Camera's running.
So, Chris, why are we lucky that the Earth has an axial tilt?
Is that
the question
for
for
11?
11? We don't have
That's not question 11.
Oh.
What does question 11 say for you?
11 says, hold on, and this is boring. I can't. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh,
11.
what causes wind?
What causes wind?
Totally different than my question.
Temperature differences.
Okay, so temperature differences, and air always moves from what kind of area to what kind of area?
Air always moves down to the equator. No, warm air rises and cold air goes
Right.
underneath it.
So it always moves from cold areas to hot areas. Warm air will rise, making a vacancy. The cold air will move in. So air always moves from cold to hot. And then it forms those loops. Let's see. That was my question 12, so I'll just hope for 13 for Bethany. Why is there not a constant stream of wind from the pole to the equator?
Because you have different places, like where you have the wind blowing in from the sea, that change basically mixes up everything.
Okay, here's a key point. Global wind patterns will not be affected by local winds. So definitely you don't want to confuse the two. Global wind patterns are not affected by local winds. But does the whole Earth get the same amount of incoming solar radiation? No. So you get more radiation hotter at the equator, less up here. So then you form these loops of air and different levels of thing. Let me read this so I'm clear. Temperature of the air changes as latitude changes, forming loops. That's what I have. Hopefully. But the local wind will not affect global wind patterns. It'll only be just in that localized area.
You also have thermal differences that push under and change.
Right, so hot areas, cold areas, because of how much sun they get.
Number 13, you're going to read the question?
Yes.
Okay. What causes the wind patterns to bend in different regions of the globe? That's Coriolis?
Coriolis.
Coriolis. Okay.
Right. So we talked about that, how when the globe is rotating, the equator is moving much faster than the pole, and so because things keep going at the speed at which they're going, winds can literally outrun the ground under them when they started at the equator where they were moving faster and started to head up toward the pole or down toward the pole. 14. Will you read the question, please? I don't know what it is.
Suppose you're in Alaska and like to fire a missile to hit the target due south of your location. Ignore the effects of wind, air resistance, and which direction should you aim the missile?
So you're shooting from Alaska down?
Yeah.
All right, so which way should you aim to undo the bending effect from the Coriolis effect? So you want to aim southeast, because obviously we're shooting south. It's going to bend west, because remember, when you shoot from the equator, you bend east. So you're going to bend west, so you need to shoot east to cancel out the bending west. So she's going to shoot southeast. That sounds good to me. Anyone disagree? Because I can easily mess that up. I'll totally buy that. Shoot southeast because you're going to bend west as you go from the pole to the equator. Let's see. Well, could you read the next question, please, Ava?
Entering high elevations usually cool faster than low elevations. Is that night the land on the mountains should be cooler than the land in the valley next to them. The local wind discovers effect blow from the mountain into the valley and the valley.
Okay, so you're saying the mountain is going to be cooler, the valley is going to be warmer. Which way is the wind going to blow? Okay, so from cold to hot is how wind always blows. So it's going to blow from the mountain into the valley. I will buy that. So, Grace, will you read? Did I just call you your sister's name? Jenna, sorry?
Is the humidity higher or low in the continental polar air mass? Is this air mass warm or cold? The humidity is low and it is cold.
Good. Okay, so here's a key point for the test. When you're talking about air masses, you have to name every air mass with 2 words. It's either continental or tropical, and it's either polar or... Sorry.
They say maritime.
Yeah, erase all that. It's either continental or maritime, and it's either polar or tropical. So this one is called continental polar. So which part told you that it was dry? Continental, because continental air masses are dry and maritime are humid. And which part told you it was cold? Polar, because polars are cold and tropicals are warm. And then there's the Arctic air mass, which you don't have to name with 2 words, just one. It's just the Arctic air mass, and it is cold. Really cold. And then, Anna, what's the next question?
I can make a question.
Okay.
Is the humidity high or low in the maritime tropical air mass? Is the air mass warm or cold?
It's gonna be more humid and hot.
Okay, high humidity, warmer air mass, perfect. Because maritime means over the ocean, it's going to be humid, and tropical means warmer, so it's going to be warm. Good, good. So far, my questions are almost lining up with yours. Ryan, next.
Over a period of a couple of days, the clouds slowly build and then a gentle long rain ensues. That lasts less than a full day. What kind of front causes this weather? Cold front?
So when you have long, steady rain, even though it's less than a day, it's not just an hour or whatever, but you have a gentle, long rain that's generally associated with
Warm front.
a warm front, and that's exactly what's happening right now. Right, you guys, yesterday, what kind of clouds did you all observe? Yeah, I saw stratocumulus and cumulonimbus and cumulus
There were a lot of different
congestus and all
clouds.
kinds of clouds. And then I saw some high cirrus clouds too. And then when we woke up this morning, what do we observe? Stratus, overcast, and all day long from morning till tonight it's going to be this overcast. And temperatures should be going up, I really hope. I hope that we're seeing
Tomorrow's
warm
supposed to
front.
hit the 60s.
Yay, so maybe warm front. So you can start to predict, oh, I'm seeing a warm front tomorrow, I can just put on my shirts. Oh no. So occluded front is 19, I think, and cooler is 20, as long as your questions are the same as mine.
They are.
All right, take it.